Fellow fishermen, this is Captain Sam bringing you a report for the past month of fishing. We have been fishing anywhere from here in Ohio out to West Sisters Island. We have been focusing on 30 foot of water or less. We have found fish as shallow as 8 feet. So, you know, those fish can still be caught in shallow water this time of the year. Certainly this year they're in there. We still are looking for stained water. That seems to be where the concentration of biting fish are. If you get too muddy, you can still catch them, but the numbers drop. And if the water's too clean, we're struggling to catch fish in the clean water. That stained water seems to be where they want to be, where they're active and where they're feeding. So that's what we're looking for in that 30 foot or less depth of water right now. We have been running bandits, of course, are still catching fish every day. The Flicker 11 has been starting to perform very well as the water's warming up a little bit. So it's doing great for us. We've started to use the Berkley hit stick, deep hit stick 12. Has a really great dive curve. It gets down deeper with less line than a bandit, which I personally like. I don't want to let out tons and tons of line if I don't need to. So it's doing a great job, and it's catching fish, has a similar profile. Good lure. We have started to go to spoons and jets. They have started working very well in the past month. We are running the Walker Tripsy Diver 40 behind boards. We find it works a lot better for us behind a board than a true trip. The true trips they pull a little harder. So we use the Lurk Rundown Diver on the Precision Trolling app for this jet. It seems to match up with it. I don't know if it's the same thing and it was purchased by Dreamweaver. I'm not sure the history there, but I'm pretty sure it's the same jet. The Lurk Rundown Diver on the app seems to work for the Dreamweaver Tripsy Diver 40. That's what I run. Works great paired with the offshore tackle boards. We're running Michigan Stinger spoons, the Scorpions, and we're running the Yek Y11, I believe, is this model of this spoon. They're doing really well for us. We're also running Dipsy Divers, and we are running them with the Hit Stick 11 shallow body bait. It's doing really well for us. And we're also running the Rapala J7, the jointed Rapala. We're running it behind the Jet 50 and behind the Dipsy. The Dipsy and Jet 50 both get run on a braid downrigger rod, basically with no board. The Jets aren't directional, so they're straight. We either run them straight out the back of the boat, right straight behind the boat, or off the corners, as people refer to in some of their posts you'll read. So I think they perform a little better with spoons because they rattle. I think the rattle really helps with the spoon bite. So I prefer a jet to get my spoons down. You can use, and I know some people that will use a tadpole, offshore tackle tadpole. I like the tadpole for worms or spoon harnesses. I don't care for it as much when I'm running just a spoon. I think the rattle noise that the jet creates really helps the spoon bite, so I prefer to run them that way. My body baits I'll run off Dipsies. You can certainly run spoons on Dipsies as well, but I find that my performance is better for a spoon when it's hooked to a rattling jet diver. But we will run them either way. Sometimes it doesn't matter. They're going to bite them no matter what. I know I haven't done it, but a lot of people are drifting and casting worms, trolling worm harnesses. Those are working great. I have not done that yet. I don't do that unless I need to do that. Haven't needed to do that. We're catching fish great on artificials. It just doesn't make sense to me to buy worms whenever I'm catching fish on artificial lures very well and pretty quickly. We are filtering through a lot of short fish. We pretty much expected that for this time of the year. Those fish are out there. We've had some great hatches. We've got big numbers of smaller fish, which is great to see. It's a hassle. You're sorting through them, you're throwing them back. We're trying to be as gentle as we can with them. They're hungry little fish. They're attacking the baits, but it's great to see. That's good for our future. We know we got some good fish coming, and I think overall the size of the fish is down just a little. But I think it's just based on the year classes of the hatch. You know, just aren't quite as many larger fish as we've seen in previous years in the lake right now. That's my experience out here fishing. There's still some nice fish, but you know, it just seems like size overall is down just a little. So that's what we've been doing for the past month. That's how we're catching the fish. Hope you guys are doing great the way you're presenting your baits to the fish, and hope to see you out on the water. Tight lines.